I am Dr. Candace from Nirmala College for Women, speaking on the topic Magic Realism. The term Magic Realism was applied in the year 1920s to a school of surrealist German painters. Magic Realism later it was used to describe prose fiction of George Luis Borges in Argentina, Gabriel Garcia Marquez in Colombia, Isabel Allende in Chile, and Candace in Germany. These writers had woven an ever-changing pattern. That is, they have combined the sharply edged realism, which represents ordinary events and details, together with fantastic and dreamlike elements, as well as materials coming from or derived from myth and fairy tales. So, magic realism is a combination of realism and fantastic and dreamlike elements with materials derived from myth and fairy tales. This picture is an example of magical realism. Gabriel Garcia Marquez' 100 Years of Solitude is a perfect example of magic realism. Magic realism refers to a style of expression that presents a realistic world that has elements of the magical or fantastical. The term magical realism was coined by European art historian Frank Rohr in the year 1920. Frank Rohr believed that the form was a reaction to Expressionism and a return to celebrate the autonomy of the objective world. In the 1950s, influenced by a 1949 essay on the topic by Cuban writer Alejo Carpentier, a lot of Latin American writers embraced this magic realism style and combined it with French surreal concepts as well as folklore. In American and British literature, magical realism has been a popular genre since 1960s. Magical realism has been an important branch of postmodernism. Franz Kafka, a German-born author of the Metamorphoses, is considered an influential early practitioner of the form, even though the term magical realism was not yet in use. The surreal art movement preceded magical realism. Surrealism is an artistic philosophy that developed in the mid-20th century in response to the pioneering work of psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud. Freud brought the concept of a subconscious mind into popular acceptance. Surrealism is an artistic representation of the dreamlike and fantastical elements of the human mind. Surrealism is not in any way connected with objective reality, but magical realism contains fantastical elements, but these elements are connected with reality. This is the only difference between magical realism and surrealism. Thank you.